All right, Caitlin Clark leads Indiana tonight with 17 points in the heartbreaking loss against Connecticut tonight in this back-and-forth rematch. What does Indiana have to do to start winning these ball games? Let's take a look at the highlights and talk about it right after my intro. All right, what's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever the hell you identify as? I'm your host, CJ So Foolish, and welcome to the W360, your new home for all things women's basketball, okay? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're a recent or new subscriber, I see you in the comments. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the love. And if you are new here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, like this channel, share this video, do all of the things that YouTube needs you to do so the algorithm is nice to this new channel, okay? It's new. I'm building it. It's a work in progress, kind of like Indiana Fever. Let's talk about the game. What's up, everybody? Good evening, Leroy. Good evening, Key Ken. It's a lot to talk about with this game. If you just tuned into the game, guys, this was an exciting games. We are going to talk about it. This is going to be an honest conversation. And we're going to talk about what's going on with Indiana. Now, if you tune into the game, you know that Indiana lost. Indiana lost this game, and they had no business losing. Indiana was not supposed to lose this game. She is up big in center. Here she go right here. This is the reason they lost. Her right here. Christy Sides has no idea what she's doing with this team. She's pathetic. She's terrible. If you were tuned into the game, White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, Caitlin Clark, we all saw that she did go down with an ankle injury with over 5 minutes left in the half, okay? But Clark she came back out and she was ready to play. She was ready to go. Christy Sides had her out the game way too long. Way too long. Indiana is not going to start winning any games until this coach realizes to start playing through Clark more. It's almost as if she's trying to prove something. What are you trying to prove, Coach Sides? It's almost as if she has an obligation to her last season players. It's millions and millions of people tuned in, and it's like she's trying to prove, see, my players from last season, they're good, see? They can play these minutes, millions of people that's tuning into this team. Look at my team from last season. The only thing they prove is why they went 8-32. That's the only thing they prove, Coach Sides. Nothing is set up for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is option number 1 to score, and this team isn't going to win any games until she realizes this. Why? What do you have against Caitlin Clark? What? That's who people want to see. People want to see White Jesus, and people want to see White Jesus score. It's almost as if you're against her. It's almost as if you don't want Caitlin Clark to show. You want Erica Wheeler to show. Nobody wants to see Erica Wheeler play. Erica Wheeler gets way too many minutes. She's getting way too many minutes. Her minutes can be spread out because this team plays no damn defense. Erica Wheeler can split her minutes with Celeste Taylor. Maybe she can get a stop. You can have another shooter on the floor besides Kelsey Mitchell. You have Lexi Hall sitting right there. Why won't you play them, Christy Sykes? What are you trying to prove with Erica Wheeler? Besides, she has so many different ways to lose ball games. That's it. No one wants to see Erica Wheeler keep turning the ball over and bricking shots. That's why you lost. That's why you lost. It's almost as if she has this obligation towards these girls. And listen, are you trying to lose? Like, I get it. Connecticut, they're one of the top 3 teams in this league. You could have had this win tonight. If you played through your number 1 draft pick. And not the one from last year. We're going to get to Aaliyah Boston in a minute. She's taking out players once they get going. Timmy, you had her on the bench too long. Thank God she showed up this game. She was running the floor. At this point, I want to check her FanDuel account. I think someone needs to get her phone and check who she's betting on, because it can't be you to win, Christy. You don't want to win. Another thing that falls on this coaching staff this game is the scout. The scouting report. Every time Alyssa Thomas gets the ball, she takes off to the basket like Reggie Bush. Somebody, the focus of the scouting report should be, take the charge. Aaliyah? Take the damn charge. She's going to bulldoze her way through the lane every time she gets the ball. And then she's going to shoot that one-shouldered free throw. She's just going to shoot the free throw with her one arm. That's her game. That's her game. Why is it the scout set up to take the charge on Alyssa Thomas? Y'all just let her bulldoze all over the court like she's a Mack truck. That should have been the main focus of this game. Take the charge on Alyssa Thomas. Aaliyah, take the charge. You're not doing anything else. If you're not going to rebound, take a charge. Just get ran over all damn game. I'm fine with that. No one's protecting the rim. Everyone is still just chilling on offense. At this point, might give everybody a bowl of damn popcorn on offense because they're watching the game like me. This team is a mess. This team stinks. This coaching staff is funky. Christy's size is garbage juice. She's garbage juice. I don't care how much she yell and lose her voice. She's garbage. This organization is pathetic. You have the best player. You have a generational talent on your team. And there's about 12 seconds left in the ball game. And there isn't a play drawn up for her to run off at least 6 screens. Nobody wants to see Aaliyah Boston takes the game-winning shot. We didn't want to see that. Did you watch Caitlin Clark play at Iowa or not? She hits game-winning shots. What are you doing? Why don't you just quit? This was frustrating to watch. Indiana is not going to start winning any games until this woman starts playing through her money player. And I understand she got hurt, but she came back out ready to play. It was an ankle roll. It's fine. They taped her back up, probably gave her some steroids. Hey, go back out there and play. But you're trying to prove a point. You're trying to prove a damn point. It's almost as if, like, what are you trying to do? Humble Caitlin Clark? You're not going to do anything but make people not watch this shit. That's it. We don't want to see your players play. We want to see Jesus Christ. We want to see Caitlin Clark play. I would have taken you guys losing the game with Caitlin Clark taking the game-winning shot before Aaliyah Boston. This is abysmal. This is pathetic. This team is at its best when you're playing through Caitlin Clark, when Caitlin Clark is running the point, and when everybody on the team says, Caitlin Clark, score. Kelsey Mitchell had a solid game as well. Let's look at some stats. Caitlin Clark had 17 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, and she played 27 minutes. Aaliyah Boston had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Nalissa Smith had a solid game. Nalissa Smith had 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals. Nalissa Smith was in a zone. You can see she had a solid game. Okay? Timmy had 11 points, 10 rebounds. She did an amazing job running the floor tonight. Erica Wheeler had 6 points to 3 turnovers and 4 assists. Why don't you fire Erica? Erica, it is time to retire. It's time for Erica Wheeler to retire. It's time to retire. Time to retire. Time to retire. Time to retire, time to retire, time to retire. Erica Wheeler has to do everyone a favor and retire. Free up some of this money so we can get some better people around Jesus Clark. Now, to circle back to Indiana, they came out, they played with a lot of energy. They had a strong first half. Caitlin Clark she's pulling it. She's getting more and more comfortable pulling it. But once she do, then you'll have it's almost as if they're like, all right, my turn. You'll have Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell's playing fine, but her shot selection is questionable. It's almost as if she's like, man, it's my turn to score. Shit, she ain't finna keep scoring. It's my turn. That's what I'm getting from this team. Caitlin is playing against her own team. This is just frustrating to watch, especially when they could have won this game easy by a pretty large spread. This woman is in the way. This woman right here is in the way. Let's look at some highlights and key plays from tonight. And then let's come back and talk about it. All right. What you should have kept going to all night. Money. Money. Team basketball is what's going to get them the win. Team basketball. Why Caitlin is on the bench, who knows? That may have been when she was hurt, though. Good move. Good move. They were in the zone here. They were in the zone. We're going to get to Aaliyah Boston in a minute. That was a good move. Aaliyah Boston getting scored on, not getting the rebound. No post presence. No post presence. This is a slow rotation here. Look here. This is where this team lacks defense, and they have to figure this out. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But look at here. Here's the kick out. Slow rotation. Aaliyah, she has to rotate up. They have to gel better on defense. Look how slow they are getting back. She's driving right past Boston. Right past Boston. Slow rotation right there. And this is, I'm hoping to get figured out as the season go on. But they could have won this game tonight. This is a good shot by Kelsey. Good shot.
After an 8-0 start to the quarter for Connecticut, Indiana out of the timeout. Nalissa Smith gets the roll. Nice.
Nalissa had a good game. This was a big-time block. Aaliyah Boston had a big time. This is all game. Here we go. This is for the lead. Let's go. Let's go. Let's look at that play one more time. This is everyone's focus should be. When we get the rebound, who we looking for? Who we looking for? Your money player for the lead. Your money player. Aaliyah Boston, she wasn't pathetic tonight. I will say that. few people tweeted me and said I'm a little too hard on her. Fine. She wasn't pathetic tonight. She was just bad. She was bad. Overall, she was bad. So I guess that's improvement. I guess that's a step up. She was bad. Aaliyah Boston doesn't play with a sense of urgency. She doesn't play with a sense of urgency. That's why she doesn't get any offensive rebounds. That's just effort. She won't jump. I'm not saying you have to jump out the gym. I'm just asking you to just get a little off the floor. Just jump a little. Aaliyah? Damn. Now, people are saying she's in her sophomore slump. She got to figure this out. She's in her sophomore slump. Figure it out. This isn't what we're signing up to see. Aaliyah Boston is out of shape. At one point, when she was running down the floor, I thought she was going to fall forward. You know how you're running full speed? I mean, this is what would happen to me. If I was to run full speed right now, like a 40-yard dash, I would fall forward. I would fall forward. At one point, I thought she was going to fall on her head. She's out of shape. She is out of shape. She's running like she has a weight vest on. What is that movie? I can't think of the movie when like all the players lost their talent. I think they were like, damn, what's the movie when all the players lost their talent and they were playing and they were just stinking up the place? What is the movie called? And during the game, I want to say like the cartoon came in there and gave them the water bottle with the secret stuff. Aaliyah, you need some secret stuff. You need some secret stuff. You can't keep subjecting this audience to this mess. Space Jam. Yes. She missed the layup at the end of the game. I'm not even going to harp on her too much with that. I'm not even going to harp on her too much with that. That goes back to the coach. No one else should have thought to take the game-winning shot. Why are you driving, Aaliyah? Do you think anybody paid their hard-earned money to watch you take the game-winning shot? No. This is on the coach. This is on the coach. Aaliyah made a decision. She said, you know what? Caitlin is guarded. I'm going to take it to the basket and brick the layup for the game. Fine. But why wasn't there a play to bring Caitlin off? It was like 12 seconds left, I want to say. Why wasn't there a play drawn up to bring Caitlin off 6 screens? And even during the game, she's not setting screens. And when she does, they're not solid screens. It's frustrating because this is all controllable stuff. This is is controllable. And this, people keep saying this is a young team. This is rookie. This is your rookie of the year. She's a #1 draft pick. This isn't how #1 draft picks play. You don't break game-winning layups. Kate Martin wouldn't have. Kate Martin wouldn't have. And she got drafted by mistake. She was just at the draft just supporting Caitlin, just supporting her friend. Why is everyone showing up but you guys? Angel Reese is getting up and down the floor. She's playing just fine. Aaliyah, you are tired. This is awful. This is awful. You guys are going to continue to lose games. You're going to continue to lose games. Guys, if you're tuning in right now, please hit the like button on this video. Please, please, please hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to this channel so the YouTube algorithm is nice to this channel. This is a new channel that's covering all things women's basketball, okay? Please, please, please hit the like button. And subscribe to this channel as well. It's time to retire, time to retire, time to retire. It's time to retire, time to retire, time to retire. It's time to retire, time to retire, time to retire. It's time to retire. It's time to retire. It's time to retire, time to retire, time to retire. Erica Wheeler needs to retire. I think it's almost, I'm not even a conspiracy person. I'm not a conspiracy person. I'm not a conspiracy person. But it almost feels like that there's this consensus across the league to where we have to humble Caitlin Clark. And it seems like everybody is in on it. Including the refs, including this pathetic team, and including Christy Sides. Because these calls are terrible. The first play of the game, Dejanay Carrington clearly kicks the ball. She clearly kicks the ball out of White Sheezer's hand. No call, and then you call a foul on Caitlin Clark. Christy is benching Caitlin Clark for no reason. She's not playing Celeste Taylor. I don't know what's going on with these two. But you're standing in the way of what doesn't have to be a terrible season. It doesn't have to be. You could have beat a top 3 team tonight. You two are standing in the way. You guys are awful. On Connecticut's side, they don't look horrible. They don't look horrible. I'm excited to see them play against other top teams in the league. I'm ready to see them play against New York. And I'm ready to see them play against the Aces. I want to see them play against Chicago as well. I think Chicago will give them a good game. I'm on Connecticut's side. Alyssa Thomas bulldozed her way to 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 9 assists. DeWanna Barner Tawana Burner had 22 points, 3 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington, who I think is having a great season so far. I think so far she's in the running for most improved this season. She had 14.6 rebounds, and Ty Harris had 16 points. These two, I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do for Connecticut this season. If you don't know, they're a couple. They're engaged, they're getting engaged or something like that, which is pretty weird. Let's just be honest. This whole thing is weird. No other job can you fraternize. No other job. I'd never be able to play or work with who I'm with. But, you know, so yeah, Connecticut, they're looking strong. Of course, they're returning. You know, they're a much more seasoned team. They're a much more seasoned team. And I'll tell you this. Towards the end of the game, I knew Connecticut was going to pull this off. I said, Krista Sides is going to do something stupid. Watch. Or this team is going to do something stupid. They didn't panic at all. They didn't panic, not one bit. But, of course, that comes with seasoned veterans. You know, that comes with experience and things like that. So, I figured they would pull this win off. Now, another thing about Caitlin Clark, she got frustrated at one point of the game, which is when her inexperience or her youth was showing. I 100% understand why she got frustrated. Alyssa Thomas fouled the shit out of her at the half court. I don't understand why refs don't call more fouls on her. She can't just bulldoze people over. Alyssa Thomas is playing football. But this circles back to the coach, because that's a scouting call that you have to make on your team. That's when you can get Celeste Taylor in the game and say, hey, when she gets the ball, she's going up strong. She's going to dip her shoulder and bulldoze her damn way up. Take the charge. She's going to hurt somebody. Let's see. We could take some calls. I want to take some live calls this episode, guys. I want to take some live calls. I want to take some calls from some of you that are watching. So you can tell me what you think. What's your reaction to the game? I want to take some live calls. Let's see here. I don't know if I want to try this out. If you're in the chat, if you want to call in live, can someone put a yes in the chat? If you want to call in, I'm going to put the number up on the screen. If you want to call in live and give me your feedback or what you think, I'm going to take about 3 to 4 live calls. If you want to call in live, put a yes in the chat, and I can put the number up, and we can take about 3 to 4 calls before I get out of here for tonight. Or I can wait till another episode. It depends. But just key takeaways from this game, guys. I think Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, she had a good game tonight. She was this close to getting her first WNBA win over a top 3 WNBA team. She was this close. When her coach and this team figure it out, they may upset some people, and we may actually see some big-time games in this league. Because one thing I want to make clear is, what's the best way to word this? The fact that you guys keep sucking out all the hype, And you guys keep, you think you're proving something or humbling Caitlin Clark. That's not going to benefit the league overall. It's not going to do anything at the end of the day for this league. Now, for those of you who don't think critically, no one is saying, let her win. No one is saying not to play any defense. I personally think keep sucking out all the hype from this team. It's not going to benefit the league at the end of the day. No one's going to run to their TV and say, you know what, I got to catch Alyssa. All right, so the call-in feature, it's not working this episode, guys. So I'm going to have to do it next episode where you guys can call in live, and I could take a couple of calls. It's not pulling up this episode, so I don't know. I'll figure that out before the next episode. Let me take a few comments, and then we can wrap this up for the night. Leroy says Caitlin Clark absolutely hates to lose, and she hates prison ball. All right, Tyler Towns, I see you. You said I favored her until I saw her smug smile like she is the best player. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not sure who you're talking about. George Seinfeld, looking pretty fly this evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sade, EW is a seasoned veteran. EW is a seasoned scrub. And she has to retire. Erica Wheeler can go out with grace. You don't have to keep doing this, Erica. You don't have to keep doing this. Go out with grace. Give someone else your position. You're a WNBA All-Star. You were undrafted. You have a beautiful story. You were undrafted. You made your way to getting player of the game in the All-Star game. You're a WNBA All-Star. Go out with some grace. You and Christy both. James Depp said the coach choked. I agree. Steve Hampton says, do you think Lynn Dunn is shopping Let's Hull and Greats Burger? I don't know what's going on in this program. That would be dumb. Harley says Boston needs to be traded for Megan. Michelle said maybe she wants another first-round draft pick. For what? For what? If you're trying to tank this season to get Paige Beckers, you don't know. You're not going to know what to do with her. For what? Let Paige go to another program where she can play some good basketball and the coach actually appreciates her. I'm starting to wonder, did Christy even want Caitlin? You don't act like you do. You didn't even act like you want to win tonight. When Caitlin came back out, her ankle was retaped, her ankle was rewrapped. You think Christy would go to her like, you ready? All right, let's go. We got a ball game to win. You good? Let's go. Hall and Tanya Williams, I see you. Hall and Taylor are both defensive players. Why? It almost is like it makes too much sense. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think below. What does this Fever team have to do to start winning some ball games? Do you think Caitlin Clark could be in the running for Rookie of the Year? Angel Reese is having a great season so far. Other questions? Oh, actually, I want to share also just breaking news around the women's basketball world today. It was announced that LSU has hired four-time WNBA champion Simone Augustus as its latest assistant coach. They're bringing up Simone Augustus to the show. LSU is going to be interesting to watch next season as well. I'm looking forward to Big Foe, Anissa Morrow. Thank God Haley Van Lith traded. But we'll get into college basketball later. But that was breaking news around the season. Around women's basketball. But yes, let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think Indiana has to do to start winning? Do you agree with me when I said this doesn't have to be a tanked season? It doesn't have to be. It's way too much talent on the team. What do you think about Christy Sides? Do you think Caitlin Clark could get Rookie of the Year this year? Can White Sheezes get Rookie of the Year? Let me know in the comments below, guys. If you are watching this video and you have not subscribed to the W360, please subscribe to the W360. This is a new channel. Please like this video, share this video. Someone said Season Scrub. Sade Season Scrub is wild. She is. Share this video, comment on this video, interact with it so the algorithm is nice to this channel and we can continue to grow it, okay? Until next time, join me back in the evening. Turn on your notifications so you know when I'm going live. Until next time, guys, drink your water, mind your business, wash your ass. Peace and soul grease.